name's Kenneth Gil. I've been living in Jersey City for about like 12 years now, but then I recently moved to Clifton. I went to high school in North Bergen, graduated from there from 2020. Yeah, and then just overall I played for the men's team. Yeah. When I first got introduced to the sport, it was more of just always surrounding myself around the sport consistently, and basically just overall thinking that my self-worth is basically surrounded on the sport. And then overall, I had to start learning that no, just because I'm having an off day or something doesn't mean I'm bad in life or just in general. I've come to terms that it needs to be more of like a getaway instead of just having it be the main reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. COVID hit my senior year of high school, so I never got to play volleyball and all that, even though I met most of my friends that I literally every day talk to. When I first came in, I wanted to try out, and I didn't make the team. And basically, even though I was friends with all of them, like they didn't shut me out completely, even though I didn't make the team. It was more of like, they were still being supportive of my journey of like trying to get better and overall just not quitting, because when I got cut, it was hard for me because I was still in that mentality of like, oh, I'm not worth it. They were always trying to uplift me and they helped a lot, especially like the women's team sometimes, that I got really close with them and I got to meet these wonderful people. Being part of the LGBT community, it was mainly, it's like in high school, I've tried to always have this image of myself, just not like being a certain perception that made people uncomfortable. But then once I came to NJCU, and especially meeting the team and everybody else around here, I never really had to put up that front. I've always just been able to just be myself with them. Like, you know how boys are, we make jokes with each other in the locker room and all that. And with I never felt like I had to be a certain way with them, and I could just be myself. And especially like with Laura Depko, like last year I was struggling a lot with my mental health, and she overall just helped just talk about my feelings, which is honestly very hard for me because I've always been closed off to expressing myself sometimes. So just being able to talk to someone really helped a lot. And with Dr. Beam too, it's like knowing that I share that common thing with her, it's pretty cool because like she gets where I'm coming from most of the time. You know? If you ask someone else like who am I to them, it's basically like, oh, I'm a really good teammate, or like I know like I could be counted on. And that's how I kind of see myself. I'm always like there for people whenever they need me, no matter what time, no matter where they are. Like I always try to make myself available, especially when I know people are struggling. Growing up, especially wasn't really surrounded by people that were supportive of me, and so like that hurt a lot growing up. And then I just see other people struggle that way, and it just makes me want to help them and just have them know that regardless if I'm a stranger to you or not, or like I'm your best friend, like I'm still gonna be there regardless if you just need help. So that's how I probably would label myself as probably a helpful person at the end of the day.